Welcome to Those Who Remain, a hardcore wave survival shooter that puts you and 7 others against hundreds of zombies, with perks, items, and guns, lots of guns. In this video, I'll be giving you tips and tricks that will help you survive longer and make you the ultimate zombie slayer. Let's get started. Before I start any game, I will always change the settings to boost performance. This game can be intense on weaker computers, so I strongly suggest you change the settings. It can make a big difference. I have turned off most of the effects, ragdolls, and lowered the graphics. This is a good rule to always follow, as many players constantly complain about performance issues. Make sure to always do this if you ever do have problems. The most common tip in every zombie game, yet almost nobody ever really does it. Headshots are extremely helpful in this game. You will waste less ammo, deal more damage, and you will get extra money and XP for getting headshot kills. Also, bursts will not explode, making it easier for other players to see and not damage your teammates. Try to aim for the head at all costs, as it will help you out in the long run significantly, especially with the bonuses on headshot kills. Speaking of bonuses, you will also get bonus XP by performing other types of kills. Examples being barbed wire kills, explosives, fire, decapitations, and long range. Take note of these bonuses and utilize them to the best of your ability. Weapons are incredibly expensive and require lots of money. You want to maximize the efficiency of these bonuses, as every dollar counts. Planning out what weapons you want to get will help you in the long run. I strongly recommend sticking with the meta. You are not required to buy every weapon down the list. You can skip weapons ahead of time if you have the money. Some weapons I recommend getting from the list are the Winchester Model 70, PPSH, M14, AK-47, RPK, MK18 or M60, depending if you want larger mag size, the A12, the Barrett, and the MG42. These guns are for sweats that want to get the job done. Some secondaries I recommend getting are the Serbu Super Shorty, Tech 9, Uzi, CBJMS, the Abrez, HKP-30L, the TP9 or Maxim 9, depending if you want more ammo or faster fire rate, the Deagle, and the M320 grenade launcher. I usually use the MG42 and the M320 for maximum kills and horde hunting. Reload cancelling is essential for shotguns and LMGs. Since they take too long to reload, you can quickly switch weapons to cancel the reload instead of waiting and leaving yourself open. Some weapons also allow you to have an extra bullet in the chamber. Simply reloading again after you reloaded will give you the extra bullet. Aiming speed is almost instantaneous. Take advantage of this when you need to get a quick kill. It can help you while you're on the move. If you want decapitations, use your melee and aim above the zombie's head, not directly. The hitbox of the melee weapon is strange, so make sure you aim higher. Lastly, make sure you also tap fire to save ammo. Ammo can be scarce in this game and you don't want to catch yourself running out of bullets. You should almost always be on the move during the final waves if you have the correct loadout. Camping does work, but not all the time if you have a weaker team, as you will eventually be overwhelmed and run out of resources. You should be aware of which maps you are playing, as some are basically impossible to win without the right weapons and perks. Pick the ones that are easier, such as Expressway, Manor, Prison, and Ranch. Other maps like Laboratory, Cabin, Cargo, Bypass, Mill, and District can be a bit more difficult. A good way to study a map would be to run to the objectives if there are any. This is the best way to explore and figure out the layout of the map and spawns for items and infected. It's important to remember where the items will spawn in each map, as when you are running, you can quickly snatch an item when you need to. For example, in maps like Ranch and Expressway, you can find trucks with items that spawn in the truck bed. Make sure to check them from time to time if you are in need of supplies. I would recommend playing on the regular mode if you are new. Eventually, try out the classic and hardcore difficulties for extra money and XP. Objectives are the best way to earn extra money and XP. It's recommended to do them together as a team so as to not be overwhelmed. As mentioned before, it's also good for knowing the design of a map, as you have to run to the objective and can explore the place along the way. I also want to mention that when doing fill objectives, keep an eye on what item you are holding on the right side of your screen. When a certain item gets completed, it will disappear. Make sure to check so that you don't waste extra time getting to the vehicle, only to find out that item was already no longer needed. Did you know that you can partially complete objectives? You don't have to fully complete them and still receive full credit for the objective. For example, standing on the radio and supply boxes until roughly 60 to 70%, then stepping off, assuming that you started at 0, will still grant you all of the rewards. Another example would be the vehicle objectives like the truck and the bus. Make sure to put in at least one item. Next is the explosive tanker. It requires at least 20% damage dealt to it in order to receive the rewards. Lastly, is the escort objective. If you remember the routes of the survivor, you can follow them roughly a quarter of the route through and then leave. Keep in mind, these objectives still need to be completed fully by someone else. If everyone leaves, then that means nobody will be given anything. Perks are essential to your survival. It will definitely help give you an extra boost throughout the waves. Sometimes, they will be the difference between losing the whole game or winning. The ones I recommend are Trigger Finger, Bruiser, Dexterous, Heavy Hitter, Fortifier, Speed Demon, Carpenter, Brisk, Juggernaut, Guardian Angel, and Overwatch. If possible, I strongly recommend getting the extra perk slot Game Pass if you can. It is incredibly overpowered and will help make your loadout more versatile. Make sure you do not waste your deployable items and throwables. Always save them whenever you can, as they can be hard to come by. You should use them during emergencies. I usually save them until the last few waves when things get very difficult so I can rack up lots of kills. Instead of standing still while placing deployables, you should try to move while you build to be more efficient with your time. Since there's only 5 minutes per wave, building can slow you down and can add up the more you build. To move while you build, look down at where you are placing and continue looking at the deployable while you move away. This can be even faster with the Carpenter perk. When there is a 50 cal from a radio drop, please, for the love of God, save it until the final wave. I have seen too many new players waste it and use it recklessly, and it hurts watching it be wasted like that. Make sure to tap fire and use the ammo wisely. While it is a niche trick, jumping over zombies can save you slightly from a death. If they are blocking a doorway, jumping over them can help you get through. In small areas like in cabin, this can help you get out of the house if you're lucky enough. I was incredibly lucky to survive and clutched the game. And before you ask, standing on zombies will still take damage. This is not like Mario, so sadly you need to get off of them before you die. That's all the tips I have today to tell you. I hope these are helpful to you and can help make you a better player. I am also hosting a giveaway for 450 Robux, made from my previous video. It's enough to buy you the extra perk Game Pass. To enter, leave a like, comment your username, subscribe, and join my group, Union of Snows. Make sure to join it, as that is how you will be given the Robux. The link is in the description. The winner will be announced in the next video. If you want to see more giveaways, you can start funding by going AFK in my game. The more people that AFK, the bigger the prize. Good luck, and may the odds be ever in your favor.